Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to episode 19 of the Scramble podcast. And for the first time in 3 weeks, you get all three of us in studio.
Wow.
Which is a cool thing now. And the first thing I'm going to say to open this up is gotcha, because next week starts the Tuesday release shows.
Whoops.
Yeah,
Totally gotcha, dude.
Life happened.
Hey.
Kinda messed everything up.
That's not the point. That's not the point. It's our show. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yep.
But hey, audience, gotcha. We're gonna need you guys to go follow us though, because this is the first week that we're not giving you our bets.
Yep.
So even though you're hearing this on a Wednesday, you're still gonna need to go on the internets, log in, and to Instagram, Twitter, to see what our cards are, because we're just gonna give you the guys that we like, which is at the Scramble Pod and at the Scramble_pod. But you guys, tell me how we're doing. It's been a little while since we've all been together.
I'm doing good. It's good to be back with everybody. It's nice.
No more injuries.
No more injuries. No more sickness.
How's the toe, Tim?
The toe is a non-issue. Never was. We are in the dog days of summer, and golf is almost done.
I know. It's sad.
It is.
The only thing that's getting me fired up, I think, is that, someone's going to win a hell of a lot of money in 2 weeks, but also the Ryder Cup. Like, the team, after this week especially, might get a little shakeup.
Might get locked in too.
Yeah.
Could get filled up.
I mean, there's a guy that won this week that putting his name in the hat.
I think it's a big mistake if he doesn't make the team.
I think so too.
Kevin Kisner?
Yeah.
A huge mistake?
Huge.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
There's just guys that are built for different environments. Kevin Kisner is built for
Team
that
guy.
kind of golf. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I wish there was a third world team.
Like Latin America, Europe.
Australia,
America.
South Africa.
Well, no, because
They could put together.
President's Cup is that.
Okay, that's the President's Cup.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that's good.
There you go.
We have a golf podcast. Yeah.
That's okay. I don't know why I just was solely focused on the Ryder Cup there. I was like, I just wish.
But it does get diluted by South Africa, Australia, Korea.
Yeah.
Like
well,
Corey Connors has the only Canadian ever. And Abe Ancer was on that President's Cup team.
that's more who I was thinking of. Why I wish
Yeah.
there was an international team.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he would thrive in that environment.
Yeah. I mean, he's a boy. I mean, he's a man amongst boys.
Comes down to a Sunday,
Yeah.
he would rip it up.
That's right.
But that's enough jibber jabber. Let's get right into what's on this week's show. We're going to recap their big fans of this Windham Championship. Kevin Kisner gets the dub in the 6-man playoff, which is exciting. That was the biggest playoff ever. PGA Tour history.
Tied for the most ever. It was actually hilarious watching all of them walk down the fairway together.
Dude, I was trying to follow. I was in the car for the first hole. I was trying to follow on the app, and they kept changing the colors of the guys.
Oh, that's
so I
hard
had
to-
no idea. At first, it was Kevin Kisner drove at 350, and then it was actually Adam Scott. Like, it was...
Well, whoever's
so outrageous.
updating that is so confused. I've never had to
yeah.
deal with such
Yeah.
a situation.
Yeah.
Then we're going to regretfully talk about how we did this week, especially after a certain video came out. Then we're going to inform you where guys go now and if they don't make the playoffs, if they do make the playoffs, if they get that Ryder Cup spot. We're going to go over Liberty National and the Northern Trust, the first leg of the playoffs, and we'll give you some DK picks, guys. Nope. Not gonna debut our new segment right now. That would be a spoiler alert.
That's right.
So I'm gonna hold on to that.
So first things first, ladies and gents, it is the Surf and Turf Golf Course to Coast recap of the Windham Championship presented by Surf and Turf Golf. Tim is wearing his Surf and Turf golf hat. I left one of mine at my grandparents' house last night. I'm gonna go get it after this because I love that hat and because it's good for the golf course and for afterwards. So go over to them, check out at Surf and Turf Club on Instagram, at surfandturfgolf.com.
And you get to sneak in that extra visit to your grandparents.
That's right. Now I get to go say hello to
now
them
you
again.
get 2 days in a row. Wow.
Yeah.
What a pleasure.
Good guy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple of brownies,
Anything. Yeah.
maybe some ice cream. Yeah, that's what you get when you go over to your grandparents. For those of us that are still lucky to have them. It was a 6-man playoff. It was tied for the largest in PGA Tour history between Siwoo Tim, Adam Scott, Kevin Na, Brendan Grace, Roger Sloan. You're probably asking yourself, who's Roger Sloan? I was too. And the eventual winner after 2 holes was Kevin Kisner. And I know you put this in, Tim, and you can just get this out of the way, your little note here.
Sure. I'd like to preface it by So
I wish I could have told him
I know.
not to have done it.
Russell Henley, obviously, for anyone who watched the tournament, was not in the playoff. He just needed a par on the last hole. He was the Sunday morning leader. And I texted you guys when he was on the green with like 3 feet, 3-footer of putt. I would go 7-man playoff.
Yeah.
Let's go. And I think it was Andy was like,
You missed.
isn't it 6? And I was like, what?
You were like, yeah. You're like, what do you?
What do you mean? And apparently he missed that putt. So
I think for the rest of this little spiel, you have to talk like Russell Henley, which is the highest pitched voice of all time because he has no balls.
Important to note.
So Russell Henley was the Sunday morning leader. He, after what we saw, clearly hates winning. So the
He
important
had 3
thing
shots.
is that if I ever put him on my card again, I'm going to remove myself from the show.
Okay.
Because that's a responsible
we tried to
thing
tell
do.
you last week. He's on the DNB list, the show
He
DNB
went
list.
fucking off.
He was
Thursday,
Friday.
Friday,
Yep.
Saturday.
Yep.
All you got to do is shoot 1 under. Game
Yeah.
over.
All he needed.
You got to make the playoffs.
Some people call that a Ricky Fowler when you play good except for Sunday.
Well, I mean, this
He's now, he was
Super
DNB.
embarrassing.
I will now say he is CNB. You cannot bet him.
I love that.
Cannot.
Tim, you have to be on that train
Like, do
now.
not is like a caution. Cannot is like an absolute.
Yeah. I saw.
Can't do it.
Sorry. I don't know what else
I mean,
to say.
he missed 2 putts under 4 feet on the back 9. Notably on 18, which we just talked about. He misses the playoff by 1. T7, 0 stones.
Tough.
I guess the T7 you could really say is like a T2 who's 1 shot off, but
On
it
paper
feels
hero.
more like a T17.
Russell Henley is an on-paper hero.
Every week, his
Yeah.
a
stats
practice hero.
his stats suggest he's the best golfer on the planet,
Yeah.
and he can't do it.
Every week.
God bless you, Justin.
Sorry, guys.
The 3rd time in history of the PGA, Kisner defeats 5 other players in a playoff to get his 4th win on tour, and it's smelling like Team USA. Kisner also moves the needle for people. I think it would behoove them to have him miss that event.
Well, look at the scenario he just won in. You're competing against 5 other guys in a sudden death playoff, and guess who wins? Kisner.
Kevin Kisner.
I mean, ain't no hobby because that shot on the second hole was stonesy.
He knew it too.
Oh,
The
so
flick,
pretty.
The little when girls kick their leg back in movies
Yep.
when they're getting a kiss.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
The guy they like, he literally did that.
Yeah, I do that too. And you literally twirls it, and he did a quick walk, twirl,
Yeah.
started walking towards the green, sticks it to 3 feet.
Shout out Adam Scott for the assist by missing that 4-foot putt.
that
talk
was
about
another
that
guy.
first
Oh,
playoff.
God.
He nearly holes his 3rd shot on the first playoff hole too. Did you see that?
Yeah,
nice
that
little
was-
21 yard chip goes to legitimately 3 inches, I think.
Yeah.
In the air, yeah.
Which we all thought everybody was dead in the water because Adam Scott hit his approach to 4 feet, and then he missed, costing him $700,000.
Yeah.
Idiot.
And everyone else on that first hole was nowhere close. I was watching on the shot tracker, and everyone was short.
I mean, seriously though, look at the guys in this playoff. Who you really thought Siwoo Kim could win that?
I thought
Like, for real?
I thought Brendan Grace was going to win that.
He's the only person on this list I was gonna say that you actually thought. Adam Scott.
Kevin Na was scrambling the whole time. He was never in this playoff.
I mean,
No, Roger Sloan.
Brandon
Good
Grace.
for you, bud. You made.
Brendan Grace hit a 28-footer on that green, sliding left to get into it. I was like, "There's no way." He
I
doesn't.
thought it was
Yeah.
between Grace or Kisner.
Yeah.
The other 4, I was like, no chance.
I
No
was
chance.
friggin' a week too early on.
Yeah, I mean, the second shot in the playoff was unbelievable. He hits it. He's the only one to birdie, and he shakes hands with all the guys on the green like it was the NHL playoffs, the greatest tradition in sports. It was a great way to end. Kisner's honestly played pretty good golf. 3 out of 5 top 10s in his last year, playing his best golf of the season to, ramping up right now. He comes in 29th in the FedEx Cup, and I'd say, betting man, which we are, I think he's a captain's pick.
I think we should do who we think
We
should
will.
be on the Ryder Cup
Oh,
team
for
next
sure.
episode.
For sure.
It'll be fun.
Should we wait till the playoffs are over? Because then you get a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what if guys get hot? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Adam Scott probably should have won the tournament, but in the words of my co-host Cam, he bums a 4-footer.
Yeah, he does.
Bums it. It wasn't even close.
No.
And if you look on the replay, he goes to the yardage book. It's a 4-footer.
Yeah.
Just knock it in.
That was all mental. Because
You
he's
should
been
just-
putting lights out too.
Yeah. I actually was impressed with his game, but I didn't think he had it.
The second he obviously had to wait for everybody to go. It's a little nerve-wracking. I get it. Everybody hits putts. Everybody's making par, and you're like, I can win. But the second he brings the caddy over and he opens the yardage book, it's 4 feet.
Yeah.
You just got to hit it firm in the middle of the hole.
Yeah.
Sunday 65 is cool, but he basically had $1.2 million in his Australian bank account on his way to grab some Fosters, which is Australian for beer. And he misses that putt. But it's his first top 2 finish. It's the start of the 2020 season now. And he's got some momentum.
Wait, Foster's in...
Fosters. Australian for
it
beer.
is from Australia.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I've had it. Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, it tastes like every... Like,
average.
Yeah, it's your
I don't
average.
think I've
Like
ever had
beer.
it.
It's got a big can, like that's the
Big
selling
ass
point.
can, yeah.
It does. Yeah. All right.
Oi.
I think this is an important note to hit this next one. Tim, I think you should take it.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
After Adam Scott.
After Adam Scott?
Yeah, I want you to say this out loud for everybody to hear.
Russell fucking Henley is a bum, and I don't know how else to put it. No, seriously though, he leads through 54 holes. He was the leader pretty much the whole day. I think he was in the morning group on Thursday, and he comes out, fires 7 under. I think it was 8 under.
No, I feel like every week one of us sends the text. Russell Henley.
I'd like to preface this too, though. Cam asked me in the morning, like, how confident are you? And I said he's not going to win.
You did.
Before they teed off.
I did. I texted him right away. I'm like, do you actually think he's going to win?
Yeah. Yeah. So I saw it coming.
I mean, it makes it 13 events in a row now.
Yeah.
That if you're leading after 54, you almost don't want to be in the lead.
Bet the guy in second.
Bet the guy in second or third or fourth.
It is incredibly difficult to hold the lead, like, wire to wire.
Because you know you don't have to go super
I mean,
low.
not with the fucking lead that he had.
3 shots is...
Not with the lead that he had.
3 shots is you just play for pars, man.
Yeah.
You'll get a birdie by accident.
Yep.
Oh,
So
man.
those holes, some of those holes, there was a par 5 that was playing like an average par 4. That's like a par there is a birdie. So he's already gaining some if he just plays normal golf.
All right, next.
Yeah, Justin Rose almost makes the FedEx Cup playoffs, but he 3 putts on 18.
That was sad.
If he just 2 putted, he would have finished T7 and he would have been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Finishes 126th.
It's tough.
The
your
favorite.
guy.
I know.
Sorry.
I mean, you were texting us. You're like, hey, I feel like I should have bet Justin Rose. I knew he had to play well. And he did. He really did do pretty much everything except for miss like a 4-footer or 5-footer on 18 there.
Sad.
The favorite, though, at Sedgefield fails to make the weekend as Hideki Matsuyama misses the cut. It just sort of stinks when the guy that's supposed to be the best player in the field isn't playing the weekend.
Yeah.
And it was also Webb Simpson's week again. Lives up to the hype. Card's another top 10. I mean, at this point, they should just pay him before the tournament starts. Hey, thanks for coming.
They actually saved money.
Yeah.
He got out to
Listen.
a rocky start. He doubled the first hole of the weekend. Of the week.
And he played pretty poorly on
It's like
Sunday.
4 over at one point or something crazy.
Yeah.
3 over.
I mean, we'll wrap up the Wyndham with this. Guys that made moves either in or out. Chesson Hadley would say bananas back 9 with a hole in 1.
Yeah.
At the Wyndham. Goes from 132 to 125. See you in the playoffs.
That's awesome.
Roger Sloan didn't win the playoffs, but he went from 131, which was out, to 92. And now he's in. Scott Piercy, Boston golf guy. What's up? Finishes T15 and goes from 126 outside, 116. We'll see you in the playoffs. Ryan Armour stinks.
Fuck this guy.
This guy.
Oh, Tim.
He fucked you.
I had him every way.
And we had a bet. And me and you had a bet.
He hit 80%
we
of his
decide?
fairways over his last 24 rounds before last week. I don't know if he hit a fairway last week.
You could say
he
there
was 4 over through
there
like
was a
3
chink
holes.
in the armor.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But seriously,
Adam.
he legit was right on the inside, and now he's just on the outside.
At one
So
point, he was
125.
154 out of 155 people
Yep.
in the field that played.
So
That's unreal.
So do we ever decide what your punishment? Because we're going to
I don't
start
think
doing
we
these
did. Yeah, we
punishments.
really need to.
So
Punishment.
we're gonna. Me and you had a
You guys
head-to-head
had that
bet.
big Ryan Armour bet.
And you took Ryan
I
Armour.
was barely connected to the podcast last week.
It
I don't
was
remember
Joel.
any of this.
I had Joel
Joel
Damon, and you had Ryan Armour.
But Joel Damon didn't even make the cut.
Yes, he did.
Did he? I don't think he did.
He might not have, but he finished like right at the cut line.
Like 3 over.
Yeah, but Ryan Armour came in like last.
Yeah, Ryan Armour was like legit ass.
He was legit the last place guy.
I don't know where these stats are coming from, by the way, because every time I bet this guy, it's the same story. He doesn't even sniff the cut.
It's fucking Russell. He's
sounds
Russell
like
Henley
Russell
Jr.
Henley,
yeah.
Tim. You just keep knocking on those guys' door.
I think-
Hey,
all right. For next season, remember this: Ryan Armour, DNB. Patrick Rogers misses the cut too. I like P-Rod. He's a good guy, but he goes from 123 to 128. Smell ya.
I've never heard anyone call him P-Rod.
Bo Hogg, who I like. He's a big Southern gentleman. Plays some good golf. Misses the cut. 125 to 129. Smell ya. We just talked about Justin Rose. This is his first time not making the playoffs since they started in 2007.
That's crazy.
That's gotta hurt. Ricky Fowler misses the cut and drops down to 134. And
Stinks.
I literally should have just paid one of you $20 and said, "This is my Ricky Fowler bet. It's not going to hit, so one of you just take $20."
I should have done that.
I'm going to bet him to win the first event
The Corn Ferry.
of next year.
Oh. Well, he says, "Yeah, it sucks. I mean, I know what I'm capable of. I've been up there and played against the best in the world and been a top 5, top 10 player in the world for a number of years in my career. I'm not in a position where I'm comfortable or where I want to be."
This is the wake-up call he needs.
He's had about 1,000.
had-
Oh
Oh,
no, but this is
had 6
bad.
months
this
of
is
wake-up
the worst
calls.
of them all.
Yeah,
he
this
didn't
is
make the
low.
fucking play. He didn't. He's not one of the top 125 golfers in the world right now.
He's not.
No.
Wake up, Rick.
Tommy Fleetwood and Francesco Molinari both failed to advance. I thought Tommy was going to have a good
I
week. He
thought
shoved it
he
right
Had a
up our
good
hoops.
Thursday.
Yep.
Sucked on Friday.
Yep. Ryan Moore misses the cut at the Wyndham.
Fucking bum too.
Yep.
I bet him twice. He's
I
just
think
sucked.
so.
He's part of that Ryan
Lands at
Armour group.
144. And the Comcast Business Tour top 10 that we mentioned last week stays the same. A cool $2 million, Justin, for Colin Morikawa. And 1.5 for Jordan, 1.2 for Cantlay, 1.1 for Harris English, and a cool $1 million for John Rahm.
Follow-up question: who does the most boring stuff with that money? It's
Harris English.
absolutely
Patrick Cantlay.
It's Harris English.
Colin Morikawa.
No.
No way.
No.
He's too young.
No.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna. I think he just puts it away. Or it could be Cantlay, honestly.
I said Cantlay. Yeah, it's
But
got to be Cantlay.
It's got to be Harris. Can't think Harris is doing too
I
well.
can see just
Harris
Cantlay buying like
sneaky,
a
like-
single
I think he's like a
chessboard.
big, like a nasty boat or something.
probably gonna buy like a nice tricked out like truck.
Okay, what's Cantlay? He's gonna buy a Prius, a 2021 Prius.
I mean,
We're gonna
Jordan-
do the
and a
fiscally
chessboard.
responsible thing.
John Rahm will probably buy some sick villa somewhere.
John Rahm definitely gonna spend that wisely.
Yeah.
Dude, give that money to like
Jordan,
I don't know.
1.5, pumps it into his charity because he's a good guy.
Brooks put half of it up his nose.
The other half on the table.
All right, so this week
We'll just make it quick.
we'd make it really quick. I went 2-8 for minus 6.6, which is exactly what I made last week. So over the last 2 weeks, I'm even. I need to steamroll the playoffs, but I feel good about it. The Chase Reavie jacket pick that I made, he's DNB. He didn't make the weekend. I already forgot about it. We did say that this was going to be a hard week to bet.
Yes.
Yeah, the tournaments like this are a joke.
It was difficult for me. So that's all I'll say. And you're not going to get that performance out of me again. Hand up.
I went. I lost 0.9 on the week. It was fine. Big 5-1 on Roy Sabatini, top 20. Yeah, I mean Russell Henley. Right.
Hey, bud.
We're
We should shoot him a
out
Venmo.
if he just shoots 1 under on Sunday.
I like that you're trying to forget his name though.
Well, I don't
Like
even,
mid talk.
sort of like a PTSD thing.
Yeah.
I understand. I did terrible. 4 and 14 in a push for minus basically 12 units. I won 11 units the week before, so
Yeah,
I'm down
we-
one.
we gave it
technically.
back.
I gave it right back. Volatile week. I mean, most of the betting favorites didn't even make the cut.
Yeah, it was a weird
Very,
week.
very strange. So that won't happen again.
You know what? Like, I'm not mad about it. It's the Wyndham. Like,
Yeah.
now the playoffs matter. The majors are over. The playoffs matter, and the Ryder Cup matters.
Yep.
Wyndham doesn't matter.
No, the Wyndham is stupid.
Yeah.
When it only matters if you're trying to make the playoffs.
The Wyndham mattered for Kevin Kisner.
Yeah.
There you go.
It did. If you want to be on the Ryder Cup team.
And that'll do it for our Wyndham wrap up. And if you work for Wyndham, we love your tournament. Thanks.
Not.
All right, take us into what's going on in the world.
Who is that? Me? Yep.
Yeah, do
Sure
whatever
is.
you want, man.
So I don't know how to pronounce this guy's last name.
Piot.
Piot.
Pio.
It's
Pio.
that's I thought it was French.
Pio.
Pio.
I assume it's Pio.
James Pio was down 3 with 9 holes to play. Michigan State grad, and he got it done at the USAM at Oakmont. Did you guys watch any of that?
I did watch a little bit of it.
That shit is wicked exciting.
I found myself.
Much better than the Wyndham.
Oh, yeah, it was.
FYI.
I found myself openly rooting against any one of the amateurs that wore pants. Hey, buddy,
I get
you're an
that.
amateur. You can still fucking
Yeah.
wear shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the guys on tour would wear shorts if they could.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Scotty Scheffler. We remember we read that thing? We read that like
Oh,
10
yeah, he
things.
wore 'em 'cause that's what the
he
pros
only
do.
wears pants because that's what the pros did, and you wanted to be a pro.
That's what I did in
I
our
guess.
latest tournament.
Yeah, that's true.
I was hot all day.
We were hot too.
It was a mistake.
Dude, these guys are like 98 degrees, I think it was,
In
where I
Memphis?
was on Saturday.
Oh yeah, same.
They were a little hotter, I thought. That's
Yeah. It's not
Why
fun.
why do they have to wear pants?
I don't know,
It's
dude.
a stupid rule.
It's not protective. It's
No.
like it's I don't know.
It's honestly, I'd say we probably have a handful of years left with that.
I would agree.
That's changing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're on the Corn Ferry Tour and you can't have tattoos, long hair, or anything outrageous.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's that tournament though. It's cool to see what the amateurs can do with the pressure. So he had a quote post round. It's the greatest feeling in the world. I mean, as an amateur, it's the best thing you can do, which is true. It feels phenomenal. Shows the hard work I've done is paying off.
We'll see him.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
We'll see a lot of those guys.
A lot of them.
Yeah. I kind of wish I sat there with a notebook and was just like
Yeah.
getting ahead of it. Like this,
Scouting?
This guy, yeah.
3 years down the line.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
First tournament of the year. I'm taking James Peel. None of us
That
remember
level
who that
of
is.
golf, man. Those amateurs. Some of them, it's like
Nasty, dude.
it's crazy.
They're
how
so
young they are,
good.
too.
Yeah.
Golf's a weird game.
It is a weird game.
I mean, I wish I grew up on a golf course too, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Very few of them are just outsiders to the golf world. They've
Yeah.
been born into that.
Right.
Speaking of the lower levels of golf, Corn Ferry Tour is done. 25 guys get their tour cards. Our guy James,
Tough for Jim.
Yeah.
James, I mean.
he's all over the PGA Tour.
They
social
love him.
media, dude.
It's because he moves the needle.
Yeah. He'll be.
He'll definitely be back.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get on that list.
I mean, the Forum Tour is formerly, Q School, whatever they
Yeah.
name it. He'll be right back up.
Yeah.
I also didn't know
go
it was literally a card.
I didn't either,
That
dude. It
you
looked
get.
like a Willy
Yeah.
Wonka
see the
golden
guy,
ticket.
see the guy
Ripping it out.
hammering it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that's pretty cool.
How sick was that?
Thought it was awesome.
I thought it was great.
I'd be whipping that thing out everywhere.
I got the gold card.
Yeah.
So some notables: Steven Yeager, Mito Pereira, Grayson Sigg, Willie Z. Does anybody think of Willie Z as a Corn Ferry Tour player?
No.
No.
I also didn't think Grayson Sigg was really.
I didn't either. I
played
thought he
enough.
was pretty much
He
the
played
tour.
enough events. Yeah.
And
Yeager
Mito.
is nasty. We haven't seen him a lot, but he.
You won a couple bets from him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's legit.
You also had him outright as your lock of the week.
The BMW. Yeah, you live and you learn. We're still early on in this whole podcast
Yeah, that's right.
thing.
That's right.
David Lepiski, Brandon Wu, and Andrew Novak. I don't know Andrew Novak.
Oh, Novak's played in a couple tourneys.
This is a good list.
Yeah.
It is a good list. Those who missed the top 25 in the KFT, as well as the FedEx Cup, 126 to 200 in points, now go to a 3-tournament playoff event, which is also sick.
And we will see Ricky Fowler there.
Yeah.
And Justin Rose.
Yep.
How weird is that to think about?
Dude, like these kids that are like 22 that have like never sniffed a paycheck in golf are playing against like Justin Rose, who's like made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. That's intimidating.
Yeah, I would be.
Who are you paired up with today? Ricky and Justin?
Yeah, but it's also
Cool, guys.
like a lot of pressure on them to not suck.
They have to
and they
finish-
have been sucking.
Well, they have to finish top 15, I think, to automatically go back up in this playoff thing. I should have written that down.
Well, I think there's more pressure, but like when you're playing against guys of that level and you're the PGA Tour guys, it's like you're the guys to
Beat.
You know,
The guys that aren't on tour, that they're coming down playing against you.
they got nothing to lose.
The
Dude.
greatest thing to fear is a guy with nothing to lose.
Yeah, that's. Woo. So it's the Albertsons Boise Open, the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship, and then the Corn Ferry Tour Championship in Indiana. What course are they playing?
I did when I was doing some research on this. It just said it was at some course in Indiana.
I couldn't find it.
I wish I. Yeah. I mean, we'll definitely go over it when it's happening because there'll be big names in it.
Yeah.
So
Other than that, not a whole lot going on this week
No.
in the world of golf. We had tons of guys sitting out last week, but this is a new week and a very important week.
Yep.
I will say this before we move on. The last note about Ricky. Doesn't this week even make you even more mad that he didn't play in the Barracuda 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Idiot.
I know we already spoke about it. You guys all listen. But just the performance this week for me, I'm like, dude, now look what you did. You didn't even have you had 2 shots at it, and you gave yourself 0.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard to justify.
And I like Ricky. He's a likable guy. Fuck, man.
Because he is. He's a stand-up guy. He goes and talks to the media, even though he stinks. And
I know.
No matter the criticism, he seems to hold his composure really well.
You know what? We'll probably
He's
see
an
him.
adult.
We'll
I
see
like
him on a
that.
couple of commercials during this,
That's part of
during
it,
the
too.
Northern
Like,
Trust.
it's hard to get too angry when you're making bazillion dollars.
You're making a living,
and
you're
stink
not
your
good at
job
your
right
living,
now.
but you still make a solid living. It doesn't make any sense.
He's a weatherman.
Yeah, he is a weatherman.
Dude,
whoa,
how about
we
Saturday?
are on to something.
How about should he be the weatherman?
He should be.
Wow.
I think we're on. I think we're on to something.
Hey, we got a couple good nicknames out of this show. That might be another one.
I think that is another one.
I mean, think about the weatherman here in the Boston area on Saturday. Said it was going to rain. Didn't get any.
No, it was hot as shit.
Oh, brutal.
All right, take me in here.
All right. Look at the playoffs are beginning this week. We have the Northern Trust, all caps, at Liberty National. I don't know why it's all caps, but it is always all caps.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird thing. Liberty National Golf Club was built in 2006. It's actually a fairly new course, and it was one of the most expensive 18-hole golf projects in history. And the land was bought for $300 million when it was first purchased.
I mean, anybody at home, like Google it. Sick views.
Yeah,
Championship level golf course smack dab in New York. Like,
yeah, but prior to that purchase, the land was home to an internment camp, a landfill, and oil refineries.
Probably smells great over there.
landfill.
Yeah, and I found on their website, or on a golf website, a history website, it said the area on which Liberty National stands today was once a putrid mix of garbage, storage tanks, and leftover oil mess.
Oh, good.
It was an industrial wasteland.
Russell Henley will fit right in.
He will. The site has also
15
been
years too late, though.
home to a major standard oil refinery, a World War II munitions storage facility, and was once an Italian internment camp. The land was reportedly owned by the Rockefeller family at one point, and then the Gambino family at another.
What's going on here?
Couple big families owning this land. This was definitely there were definitely a lot of bodies in there.
Oh, for sure.
There's a lot of bodies.
Yeah.
Russell Henley's gonna be next. Tim's gonna drive down there this weekend. Maybe throw him off the Brooklyn Bridge or something. I don't know if that's the bridge that's closest to that, but I'm gonna go with it. But it was designed by Bob Cupp, and he approached Tom Kite after he had just won a major, and said, "Hey, like, you ever interested in designing golf courses?" He said yes. So he flew Tom out to New York, showed him the land, and they began working on the course in 1992. The original design, players didn't love. They actually got a lot of complaints.
Wait, it took them that long to build the course?
No, okay.
Is that typical?
So I actually saved some articles because I knew that, like, because of what we do for work, I knew what was gonna.
I have a feeling a golf course should take a few years, not 14.
No, it's not. It's not because of building the golf course. It's because when you build on land like
Get out of the
that.
trash.
I know he's
No, seriously, when you build on land like that, like, you have to go through so many, like, EPA guidelines, so many different guidelines where it's like when you dig that dirt out and it's got, like, oil in it, or it's got, like, fluff from a mattress or just junk, you can't just dump it anywhere. You have to bring it somewhere special. You have to fill it back in with, like, good stuff.
So making this was just a pain in the ass.
Oh, it was a huge issue.
Okay.
Huge issue building this golf course. That's why it took so long. And they sold it in 2006 for $700 million.
Jesus.
I don't know how much they put into it. After that 300, they probably put another 200 in easy.
So
Probably still a good win.
Who bought it? Who owns it?
do you know?
Something Fireman. I forget his first name. Fireman. Where is it? No, I have it.
He's a police officer.
No, he's actually from Paul Fireman. Boston businessman Paul Fireman saw potential in the land and had a record of opening golf courses.
Boston guy? What's up?
He brought Reebok to international prominence. He made 2 golf courses on Cape Cod, built another one in New York, built another one
All right.
in Arizona.
How about that, New York?
Yeah.
Boston guy owns your best course.
Yeah, enjoy that. And then, so he took it over. They took the criticisms that the player gave him in 2009 and sort of straightened them out. And they just have possibly one of the best view in all of sports.
I gotta admit, I think it is.
There's like not much
Can't
you
play.
can argue with that.
A lot of sports that play outside don't get a view.
The only other cool one is like that Abu Dhabi one. That like European tour event where like Abu Dhabi's like literally in the city. Like,
I mean, because think every stadium you know,
You can see a little bit.
I mean, Fenway's got the Sitco sign. You know, San Francisco's got McCovey Cove.
Yeah.
You know,
The
but like
PNC at Pittsburgh, you can see the
you
city
can see
in the
the
back,
city
I
a
guess.
little bit. I mean, there's not a lot of places that professional sports are played where you can see a backdrop like that.
No, there's really not. And because of that backdrop, they got some big names on the member list here. Not a lot of members, but just here are some of the few that I thought were cool. Justin Timberlake,
Big time golfer.
JT.
Mark Wahlberg, who's a nasty golfer.
Oh yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson. Didn't know he was a big golfer, but I love that. Ray Romano, I knew he was a big golfer.
Did you guys like Everybody Loves Raymond?
Hey, Ray Romano.
My dad
It's
grew
like
up
the worst
watching
show
that.
ever.
That
My
show
dad
what?
grew up watching it, so I saw it every now and then. I like the brother.
I don't
The big
understand.
goofy brother.
Yeah, that guy's funny.
Sorry.
It's a
And
sitcom.
the dad. The dad. It was,
The dad was
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Rudy Giuliani.
I mean, this is a mobster course.
Yeah, 100%, dude. There's bodies under there.
That's
Vera Wang, for all you ladies out there.
I love her bags.
Eli Manning, and Matt Harvey. His career is sort of taking
Dark
a tube,
Knight.
but
Is he still playing?
he stinks.
Oh
He's on the
really?
Orioles.
That's
He's
tough.
like an auto bet if he's pitching. You bet against him.
Oh no.
He
was nasty.
He probably doesn't belong. He probably doesn't belong to this course anymore. I don't know if he can afford it. But that'll take us right into the 2021 Northern Trust. This year it's playing par 71 at 7,370 yards. Excuse me. Tom Kite. This was his one take on the course, and he says you need to drive it fairly straight at Liberty National, and the greens are such that if you don't drive it straight, it's tough to get to the pin. What I try to do is not to have any one part of the game dominate. I don't want it to be just a putting course or just a bomber's course. I want you to be rewarded for length, accuracy, iron shots, chipping, and bunker shots, and of course, putting will always be there. So
Tom's a
that's
liar.
not
I think
helpful.
he's a liar.
Yeah, Tom's a liar.
He is a liar about one area.
That's not helpful. What's that area?
Putting.
Bombers too.
I think putting.
He doesn't want it to be a bomber.
Driving distance is like the highest correlated stat at this course.
Also, like I was saying this
Like
Tim
Patrick
before we
Reed's one
recorded.
here.
Like
Yeah.
Jordan gained 8 strokes putting last time he played here.
Yeah.
I don't think the putting's very hard here.
The small greens. They're small greens, so like if you just get it on, you're not going to have any lag.
I do
putts.
remember that from the President's Cup.
Yeah. I have it in here. It's like you said, it's a longer course than we've seen over the past 3-4 weeks. Those courses have been sort of like layups.
Yeah.
I haven't been a fan. Most of the holes are pretty straight. I was like looking, did the course fly over? Did like the map view? The big thing is you got to hit the fairway because on at least 10 of the holes, there's water to the left or the right, like directly to the fairway. So you're flirting with danger. There's one really long par 3. It's like over 250 yards.
I love that.
That's ridiculous.
I hate it. There should be a limit on par 3s nationally.
I think every course
What are
should
we
have
doing? That's
one
not-
really long par 3.
So
I don't know how to hit a 250 yard
okay,
shot.
maybe for them, but for us, what if we went to the course?
No.
You got a 250.
We
club
don't
on a
play
rope?
at Liberty. Yeah,
for
but-
like a par 3 is
Yeah.
like to stick it.
Yeah, but the tees we play at, this would probably be like a 210, 220.
Still
right?
pretty long.
We have those shots in the bag, though.
Yeah, but
These guys have a 250.
give me like a 150.
That's crazy.
do.
To stick the 250 though. It is, even for I mean, it's still impressive.
I mean, that's going to be, if not the hardest, it'll be top 3 highest scored.
They have
gotta be
2 of the top 10 hardest holes, I believe.
On tour?
I read, yeah,
Is that one of them?
or at least of the playoff rotation.
Oh, okay.
I believe that is one of them. And then they have a lot of par 4s in the 450 to 500 range. I have 4 over 460, but they're longer par 4s. But then there are 2 under 400 yard par 4s that
Love
are just
that.
gettable.
Scoring.
2
Yep.
scoring holes.
It's a good mix.
I have a couple quotes. I don't know if you guys are interested in that or if the
Not
people,
at all.
No, the people are.
the people,
I mean, we aren't, but like they might be.
the people are interested in that. Brooks says, "I love this place. I think there's 6 easy holes where you really have to make you got to make your birdies, and then there's about 10 tough holes. You've got to position yourself well off the tee, and then if you miss greens, the lines around the green aren't exactly tight, but the grass, there's no real root system, so you can easily duff one. And if you're worried about duffing it, you thin it. So
All right.
it's challenging. It's not easy,
All right, Brooksy.
which I love. Yeah, and I like it. I like hearing that from him.
And I like Brooks this week.
Tiger Woods said this course puts a huge premium on driving the ball in the fairway because of the mounding on the greens and around the greens. In order to get the ball close, you have to be in the fairway. And if you look at the guys who were in the top 5, those last 2 playoff events we've had here, they were in the top 10 in driving accuracy. That's from Tiger.
I miss Tiger.
So those are 2 guys that you kind of want to listen to when you're
I'll say it. I
trying
miss
to
him.
figure. I do too. When you're trying to figure out a golf course,
Do we have a Tiger update?
he was walking.
He's
I thought.
walking around. No.
Crutchless?
One crutch.
Give me a date right now out of your head, top of your head. Tiger
Next Masters.
plays golf. Next Masters?
Yep.
That's
Plays
like
in a
8
PGA
months.
tournament.
9 months.
Oh, that seems like too soon. Maybe. Oh, shit. I don't know. Maybe next July. This coming July, like almost a year from now.
February.
You think he plays
Whoa.
in Phoenix?
Yeah.
Waste management?
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Which we're going to, right, Justin?
Oh, well, yeah, we have to at some point, yeah.
We probably need to plan that pretty soon.
It's soon.
Because I got to put in for that. I got I got a day job that I don't like. So
Yeah, we'll get on that.
I'll take everything that Cam just said, and now we're going to give you what we think are the important stats. The Pin Golf, course key stats presented by the Pin Golf and the Ace Range Finder. Go to pingolf.com. Use promo code SCRAMBLE at checkout. That is promo code SCRAMBLE for $25 off your Pin Golf Ace Range Finder or anything that you're buying, your whole cart. Goddamn. I'll start it off, you guys. I went it this way. I want to keep it simple. You got to smash the ball. You got to hit the green because the greens are easy as shit. And I think, not that it's a stat that I took into account, but if you are a very good putter that can get off the tee, you will finish in the top 10. If you are a guy that rolls the rock, that can hit a fairway, you're going to be nasty here. I know we usually say don't be nasty, but be nasty. Strokes gained off the tee, strokes gained tee to green. Guys that can go birdie or better because it is going to get low, and then driving distance. Those are what I'm looking at when I made my little list there.
Okay. I didn't want to weigh too much on the driving distance. I don't know why. For me, that wasn't that big of a deal. I think if you just hit fairway in general, you're safe here. I kind of was playing more, leaning a little bit more towards approach, but still trying to factor in off the tee. So my top thing was strokes gained tee to green. I don't have strokes gained off the tee as one of my most important ones. I have strokes gained ball striking, which kind of combines the two. Opportunities gained, which is just you give yourself a birdie putt, is basically what it is. It's not necessarily making that birdie putt, but you get the chance. Driving accuracy, I think that's more important than distance. And then approach 150 to 175. That's where a lot of these guys,
Those par fours.
yeah, that are going to be able to have a chance at those par four. So that was what I figured would be the most important.
Cool. I have shots gained off the tee, driving distance, which I think is important. Birdie or better, and shots gained stones.
I actually did a Sunday thing on my model.
Yeah,
because I
it's
like
a playoff
that.
event. Let's the big fish come out to
That's right.
swim in the playoffs.
That's right.
Move over, little fish.
This makes me want to add a guy to who I like,
Do it right now off the top of your head. Say it out loud.
Tony Finau.
Wow. Yikes. Big yikes.
Because I'm not betting him at all, but
I am not
Can we cut
either.
that out?
Yeah.
I don't want to be liable for any Tony Finau bets this week.
So this is our new segment, everybody, because
just
we're not
Russell
giving you
Henley
our
bets.
Oh God, for
you.
No, he's CNB. You CNB.
What is beyond CNB when I bet him?
Russell Henley.
Like next
I
week.
think it's like your like a one show ban.
After that, if you go past the CMB 3 times, you're off the show.
How about this?
Okay.
If I put Russell Henley as a bet, I will. You show me the ticket, and if it loses, I will pay it. There will be a limit on that, but I'll be so confident in that bet for him that I will pay. I'm digging myself a hole.
Yeah,
I
you
will
are.
pay for that bet.
What do we do? Okay, if you bet,
That's very ambiguous.
if you bet a guy,
what do you mean?
look, ready?
$100 max.
If
There
you
we
bet
go.
a guy,
$100.
if you bet anyone on the CNB, the three of us, and it hits, they will be then upgraded to DNB. Okay.
Yes. So you did.
It can't just be one.
No.
It can't just be one.
But you don't get back to. You can bet them now. DNB is 3, just like CNB is 3. Okay, but you
Okay.
can go up and down between the two with just one if it hits, and if it loses, you're right back down to CNB. Okay.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Fine. I'll allow it.
I'll make that graphic. We'll put that up. This is our new segment. We're workshopping this idea. Let me know what you guys think. I'm calling it middle school because we're going to talk about guys that we like and guys that we don't like. Who you got a crush on this week? Okay? So every week when we're recording on Mondays, which is next week, gotcha, we're going to say, hey, what'd you think of that middle school segment this week? We're going to be talking about the dudes that we like because we're not giving you the cards anymore because the bets won't be out by the time that we give them to you. Why am I sounding like Manolo?
I don't
Okay.
know. You're in the zone.
So you guys start me off. Who do you like? this week? Like, who do you?
Who do I like? Like,
yeah,
or like?
no, like who do you like?
This is a lot.
All right, go.
Rory, number one, off the bat. Love Rory this week. If you look at his numbers, he is almost in the form that he was pre-shutdown. And if you look back to where he was pre-shutdown, I believe he had 5 top 5. It was either 4 or 5 top 5 finishes in a row, and one of those was a win.
He did get hot.
And he's looking like he has the same stats. Off the tee is just locked in right now. The approach, you haven't seen the levels that it's at right now since that stretch pre-shutdown. So whatever he did with the power thing that he didn't like or whatever seems to have sort of corrected itself. And he is just like off and on putting, which is something I can live with, because when he's hot, he's super hot. But I mean, conversely, when he's not, he's really like losing 3 strokes around putting.
Yeah.
But if he hits, and that's where you want to be to win. If you want an outright guy, you want a guy that, you know, if he gets to a 0 putter, he's got a good chance, which I think he can do. I like Hideki. I don't mind the miscut last week. He played a lot of golf recently. He
hasn't taken any weeks off.
No, he's been in contention, whatever. DB, I love.
Really?
And I mean, all of his, he's an all-around player. Doesn't hit the ball too far, but he hits it straight, which I love this week. He can get hot with the flat stick as well. And I just had good vibes. DB,
Okay.
DB straight vibing.
Straight vibing,
So
baby.
I was all about it. Jordan Spieth. I mean, what not to love?
I'll get into him.
Yeah, I'll leave him alone. I also want to leave you Maverick because I want to hear what
I
you have to
have Maverick
say.
as well. Okay.
Sepp Straka.
Okay, now this is a guy, Cam, that you've bet a couple of times.
Yep, I'm
Hasn't he
high on
scorned
this.
you?
He scorned me a few times.
Is he DNB?
This is going to be the determination of
Okay.
this week because I'm super high on him this week.
Okay.
He's great off the tee. He's great on approach, and he's been upgrading the putter as of late. He's got a couple top 10 finishes on tour this year. I like him. This is going to be big for his DNB status. Harris English is about a billion things you can say about Harris English. I'm not even going to get into it because he's just been playing unbelievable golf.
Just strokes gained form.
Yep.
Yeah.
Victor Hovland's a big game hunter. He does well in the stones category.
Yep.
Brooks, I think his knee's fine.
I think so too.
I was watching him hit balls. This is the strongest official world golf ranking field in non-major history.
This is going to be such a sick playoff.
This is gonna be sick.
So this is the strongest field that you can get other than a major. So it makes it feel like a major, and who destroys majors more than Brooks Koepka? So there's really no reason to not like him. This one, I don't think either of you will agree with me, but I kind of like DJ this week.
I
don't.
agree.
Oh,
I like DJ this week. I think his game's on the up and up. If you get a 0 putter out of DJ at this course, he could rip it up. It's kind of hard. Like, guys you like, this week is so stacked, it's hard to not like these big guys.
I know.
You need big win equity, and Jon Rahm's the best player in the world.
It might be recency bias too, but all these shitty putters are doing nasty.
Yeah.
So, I'm all aboard that.
That's what I'm saying.
I won't even talk. I have Jon Rahm too, but I won't talk about him. I just put it's obvious.
There's nothing else to say. I mean, if you bet on the guy and he comes in, he's going to come in third
He's the
at
best
least.
golfer in the world right
He's
now.
fucking
It's
nasty.
unequivocal.
He's nasty.
He's gonna and I didn't have this. It's not on my card. There's 2 props that I just I didn't want to bet him outright, because I'm like, that's not really a good payout. And so you could do coming first, coming second, in that order.
Yeah.
I did Rahm, DJ, 350 to 1.
Wow. Okay.
I want to do that. It's not going to be on my betting card. That's just a fun bet because I can't
I love that.
get to myself to do just 8 to 1 Rahm to win. Then I have 2 more guys. One is the Seagull.
Seagull.
The Seagull,
Right.
Charlie Hoffman. Hasn't played in a while, and the last time we all watched him play, he was just lights up. So, I mean, maybe he's a little rusty. That's kind of what I'm nervous about, but I still like him. And then the last one's Ian Poulter. This is a gut pick.
Cut pick. Okay.
He came in 10th at the WGC a couple weeks ago. He's not afraid of the big stage, and just like Kevin Kisner, it's Ryder Cup time, and he's a Ryder Cup guy. I think he'll show out this week.
Oh, okay. All right. Tim.
All right.
Who you liking this week? What do you like?
Brooks is the first guy on my list.
Yep.
I'm not going to go into it. It's
Consensus
playoffs.
there. Yep.
Scotty Scheffler. I love this week,
Love
and I
him
think
this
he
week.
might win.
He got a chance.
Yep.
He's
I like
top
him this
10 in
week.
this field in birdie percentage over his last 24 rounds. He's a big game hunter. He's not afraid of the bright lights. He performs in these tough tournaments. He's got sort of the recipe in a golfer that you like. He's going to keep it in the fairway. He hits it fairly long. All about Scotty this week. Jordan, talk about him every week.
Yeah.
Paul Casey, I think, has flown under the radar.
I love
Oh,
it. Yeah,
dude.
that's a consensus.
Big
I didn't put it
Paul
on there.
Casey.
Tons
week.
of top
He's on my
20s,
card.
playing super well. When he's on, could be the best approach player in the field. Love Paul Casey. Keith Mitchell is a guy who's played well over the last 4 months.
His name just gives me
Yeah, I
the
don't
heebie-jeebies.
Absolute bomber
Yeah, he is.
of the golf ball. He should be in some good spots to score on some
Hey,
of these
wait,
holes.
Do we know if the match between him, Harry Higgs, Joel Diamond, and Phil, how that went today? Did
That was
end?
today?
Yeah, that was today. They played today.
Wasn't aired?
No, that was like a practice round
yeah.
match.
Oh.
Anyways,
Love
sorry.
when they do that stuff. Johnny Vegas, another guy who's been playing well recently.
Love him.
Hits the ball a mile.
A countryman.
His approach game is trending upwards recently. He's basically a zero putter right now, Johnny Vegas. Adam Scott is back, folks. And Adam Scott is, when he's at the top of his game, in the upper echelon of golfers.
Did someone change his diaper from last week?
Because he pooped his pants.
He made a little poo poo.
Okay.
Made a little poo-poo in his pants?
This makes sense for what was Tim's name when he did- what was it? Sergeant?
What are you talking
No,
Sergeant Poop.
President
Poophead.
Yeah.
It makes sense that you would
It
take
does.
Adam Scott because
Yeah.
he pooped his pants.
He didn't poop
Legit.
his pants, but
he dumped.
he is showing the Adam Scott of a few years ago, the elite Adam Scott, and you're getting him at prices that are below.
All kidding
where
aside,
his ceiling
he
is.
will be
Okay.
on my betting card.
Okay.
Yes. So, especially in a field like this where everybody is
Good.
jam-packed, right? In
Everyone's
terms of
good.
odds and stuff. You're getting him outright at like 40-1. I don't know if I'm going to bet that, but like top 20, top 40, and he's in some matchups I like, so I like Adam Scott. Okay. I gave you Rory Sabatini last week. I need you to bear with me. Scroll all the way down to the bottom,
You're not. I've done.
and you find Tyler Mccumber.
Oh,
Okay. What's
He
this?
is
the cucumber
Yeah.
a birdie guy. He hits the ball very far off the tee.
Against
He's in good
Wyndham.
recent form.
against Wyndham talent.
He is 18-1 to finish in the top 20.
Wow.
Just trust me on this.
Okay.
Okay.
Trust me on this. 18-1, top 20. Tyler Mccumber. That's going to be on my card. I shouldn't be talking about the card, but Tyler Mccumber.
No. We can say that. We're just not going to give you the.
I also
wrong-
like Eric Van Rooyen.
EVR. Really?
Again, not an outright situation, but placement bets, matchups. He has a win recently. He's been playing some good golf, and he has a win in a tournament where you got to get a lot of birdies. Shots gained, shots gained stones, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
No idea, but I'm gonna throw him
He's
out
got
there.
great style. He wears the joggers.
Yeah, that's the op. I don't like
Oh,
that.
I like that. Okay, into guys that I like. First one, Johnny Vegas. 9.9 strokes off the tee. He's gaining 1.4 tee to green, dude. His average driving distance is at 321 yards.
Did you just
Andy.
say 9 shots off the tee?
0.9,
Oh, I was
which
like,
is high, which is insanely high.
yeah, that's crazy.
And he has a above average birdie or better. And he showed up in all the metrics that I ran. They said, Johnny Vegas is going off this week. So I said, fuck yeah, we're doing it. John Rahm, we talked about him. It's obvious. Brooks Koepka this week, you guys. 0.73 off the tee. He's gaining 1.4 strokes tee to green. His average driving distance is good, 315. His birdie or better is outstanding in events where the field is this hard. And it's the playoffs. He gets up for that. Scotty Scheffler, tee to green, 1.2. And he's gaining strokes in every category for the first time in his career.
Yeah, that's Scotty this week.
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty.
Okay, now bear with me on this next guy. Luke List.
He's on my betting card.
Okay, call me crazy.
He's on my card too.
He's gaining 1.22 strokes tee to green. His birdie or better you would consider good. He's in the above average category. His putter is the only issue, and these greens are easy. Okay?
I got a top 40 on him.
And he's got great driving distance at almost 320 yards. I like Luke List this week. My next guy, Maverick McNeely can. So this is why I was thinking Mav.
Yep.
Gaining 0.923 tee to green. Off the tee is above average. His driving distance is 307. His birdie or better is very good, above average, and I think this is a breakout for him.
I do
this
too.
whole playoffs, he's going to make the cut into the 65 for next week, and he's going to make the cut into the 30 at Eastlake.
I love that. He was at the top of every one of my models, and he kept popping up. So I was like, I'm just going to bet him.
Dude, he's going to make us some money for the next 3 weeks.
I hope so.
We're halfway done with my guys. We'll make it quick here for Jordan, though. I mean, it's insane. He's gaining almost 1.6 strokes tee to green, which is the most he's ever had in his career, even when he was winning in 2015.
His driver, for people who like watch golf, his driver right now, like visually, this is the best I've seen him drive the ball.
Yeah, ever.
In a long time.
Super back.
He is. His tee to green's insane.
And that doesn't mean he's like a good driver. He's just not fucking.
The worst area of his game is he's gaining 0.6 strokes, which I believe is strictly off the tee.
Yeah.
His birdie or better is considered very high, almost the highest in the field. I like him to make noise here, especially with the easy greens. I think this is a week where he pours in 20 to 30 footers.
I might add Jordan to my outright cover.
I hope you do. I got a couple guys left here. Victor Hoffland, 1.2 tee to green. He's gaining 0.6 off the tee. His driving distance is average, but his birdie or better is above average. And I like him this week. Ball
scores.
striker.
He's
He
a scorer.
scores. He's a
He's a
scorer.
scorer.
Paul Casey. My first comment about Paul Casey this week is that he's a machine right now. Okay? His tee to green is so good. 1.561. Almost as high as Jordan's. His driving distance, his birdie or better are both considered above average for this field. And in 2 words, he's due. I think he's due.
He is sort of due.
We haven't seen a Paul Casey dominate a big tournament in a long time.
Yeah, in a long time.
I think he's due. Abe Answer gaining 1.578 strokes tee to green time. I don't know if he's going to win. I don't know if he's going to win because he just won a few weeks ago. But my goodness, he's gaining 0.8 off the tee, 0.7 on approach, which are wild numbers. He's got great form. His driving distance is low.
What?
It's about the only thing I don't like.
What is his driving distance?
Is low.
Cam's
Doesn't
laughing
need it.
at me. I don't know why.
Yeah, what are you laughing at?
I'm just eyeing something. I just eyed something from a distance.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh,
Which
okay.
I don't see that until I
Oh,
go up.
okay. And Keegan Bradley, 1.7 tee to green.
I almost just said his name.
1.7 tee to green. He's gaining strokes everywhere. His driving distance and birdie or better are above average for this field. And the last guy, Seamus Power. The Patty. Guan Seamus. 1.35 tee to green. He's gaining strokes in all areas for the first time in his career. And he's among one of, I think, 11 or 12 players in the whole field that are gaining strokes in every area. I think he's some value. You get some value in guys like Luke List, Maverick, Seamus Power. Take that to the bank, fellas.
Yep.
Your enthusiasm for some of these bets is it's almost convincing me.
Dude, it makes me feel good because some of the guys, I have 2 of those guys. I'm like, okay, let's fucking go.
I'm a scientist by day. When I saw the numbers, they jump off the
All right,
Excel
Bryson.
sheet.
It's just not enough. It's not reasonable enough to make all these bets because I want to bet so many people.
No, it's the playoffs. It's fine.
It's the
Don't worry
playoffs.
about it. It's
Spray
like March
it.
Madness.
Yeah.
It's fucking got 32 games
Yeah,
to bet on.
Too many
Exactly.
guys. There's too many guys to like.
I would like to say that I will be betting someone I refuse to put on a list of people that I like, and that's Bryson.
I love Bryson this
man.
week. I do.
This guy might win this tournament by 5 strokes.
I don't know.
I actually don't. I don't dislike him this week. I,
really
was
like him
actually
this
smiling on my way here,
no.
thinking about like, damn, I can't
Cam's
wait
not
to
on my
see.
car. I'm betting him.
No, we had to talk about that because I was thinking about it on the way here. I was just like, I kind of like Bryson. The only thing that
At the end of the day, we got to make money.
he's back to where he is off the tee, gaining strokes wise, and he's back to where he's at top 10 off the tee and almost back to being top 10 putter.
Okay.
He's got the game.
And then he gets put on the clock because he takes too fucking long.
It's the off the golf stuff.
I mean,
that's
he's-
killing him.
He's 25 to 1.
You're not going to get him at that number.
I mean, yeah. I think I'm not betting because I don't want to see him win.
Yeah, but if he wins, at least I get something out of it.
True.
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually had Rory than DJ. All
All right. You want to get into a little segment here,
Yeah,
Tim?
let's do the DraftKings or daily fantasy segment, whatever mode
Yeah.
you prefer. DraftKings, FanDuel. We don't judge.
We don't judge.
All right, so we got 2 guys in the 11K range. It's John Rahm and it's Dustin Johnson. I think we're all in agreement, John Rahm, betting wise, but the same as always. Like you can't play him in DraftKings.
Okay, call me
think this week
crazy.
you can.
I think I would.
Really?
I would spend that.
You can this week, I think.
I think it's the opposite.
Okay. No. I mean, we got to
When you're
talk
playing
about
these big game hunter events, you need you can get Paul Casey in the 8K range, or like guys who would normally be upper 9, or like maybe
Right.
10.
Right.
So I have a hard time justifying a price of he has to win at 11.5. There's no excuse, because then you got to go dig deep into the well of these guys who like aren't that good. But
I think
you gotta
Well's
put 'em in.
pretty strong though this week.
it's literally the strongest.
It's the strongest it's ever been. The well is flourishing. It's very bountiful.
It's plentiful.
I mean,
Plentiful.
I wouldn't call Lucas it like bountiful.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
But I
You might be right though. There's two ways to approach
This
it.
is the first time we've done it for all 4 majors. This is the first time I will say I'm buying in on the most expensive guy.
So 2 yeses on Rahm and a no. Dustin Johnson,
No.
I love him betting this week. I won't DK him.
I do too. 11K is too much for
Too much.
his recent form. 10K range, Jordan Spieth. I'm not starting my DraftKings lineup up this high, so I would say no.
No, I'm not playing any of them, but except one person
Yeah.
in this
I
whole
think
10K range.
I'll say this: I'm buying in on Jordan. I would choose between him or Rahm at these prices.
Yeah.
You have to start with one of these guys.
That's what I would do. The rest of the 10K guys, yeah.
This guy's getting a ton of negativity on Twitter is Xander. Nobody likes Xander this week.
I don't either.
I don't either.
10,600. I don't.
I don't dislike him, but I don't expect him to win.
Shouldn't say that. I guess I'm just not in on his game right now.
I'm not in on his win equity. How about that?
Wow. Look at this guy.
Wow, good word.
All right.
Phrase.
Yeah.
Colin, again, I'm out again.
No, thank you.
His approach has shockingly been slightly off
Yeah.
lately. So I'll let this play out. Let's see how let's see how he does.
Okay.
Okay. This is where I'm starting most of my lineups is Brooksy.
He would be my pick if I didn't go with Jordan or Rahm. It would be Brooks.
And he won't be in any of my lineups because I will be starting mine with Rory.
I don't necessarily understand how Brooks is priced under like Xander.
He shouldn't be.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
don't-
misprice.
I don't get that
He's
either.
good value for 10-2. He's a good value to start your lineups, but that's the same reason I have for Rory.
At this point in his career, it's like this guy just does play well in the playoffs. Like you don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
It's just like what he does.
Yeah.
What
No.
at worst he comes in 8th.
Yeah. What's his history here? I literally didn't even look.
Was he in that President's Cup team?
He had an 8th in 2018, a 30th in 2019, which isn't great.
What did Rory do? I forget too.
Rory McIlroy had a 6th in 19 and a 65th in 2020.
Ugh.
That's not great, but he was in bad form.
He was in
last
bad form 2020. Yeah.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Remember
Rory, I don't hate Rory.
Roy,
I'm not playing him at all, but
I wouldn't either.
this guy loves him.
Yep.
I do.
All right.
Who do you like at 9, guys?
I like the bottom. I like this whole range.
Yeah, so separate it from top to bottom.
Get rid of Justin Thomas, and I like the rest of the
Out on
numbers.
JT
Thomas is
this
at
week.
9,800. He's
So it's hilarious. So people,
just really
I
bad.
was reading a thing, and they're like, "Well, Justin Thomas has the game to win this, but his driver's slightly off, but that could get fixed, and his putting's been slightly off, so like that could get fixed." I'm like, so
Putting's been
so he's not
terrific.
playing really good golf.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
and
out.
And if my aunt had a penis, she'd be my uncle.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So the rest of the 9K guys, I'm cool with you guys playing.
I
I think I'd go in the middle there. Answer and Scotty would be one of my 9K guys.
Can't lay
Yeah.
DB or Hideki for me.
Berger's got really good history here. His last two
Berger's got
tournaments, he's
great
played
history here.
phenomenal. So he has a 3rd and a 15th, I think. All right, so
What do you like from 8? What are we doing? Down the list
three guys each from these ranges.
again? All right.
I can start. So 8K range, I like Paul Casey. He's 8,600. I like Adam Scott. He's 8,400. We've already talked about both those guys. Guy we haven't talked about is Sam Burns.
Oh, he's one of mine.
Burnsy.
He's one of mine.
Kind of flying under the radar here.
He'll be on my card as well.
I think the only thing that people are tough on him for this week would be his driver.
Yeah, his driving distance is bottom of the pack.
He's not gaining strokes off the tee either.
No. But I mean,
Everything
talk about
else
big
is
event guys.
Yeah,
Sam
yeah.
Burns, dude.
His
Especially this year.
birdie and eagle percentage are both above
Through
average.
the roof. This guy goes for it. He's either going to win or he's going to lose. You know what I mean? He's He's not playing for pars.
I mean, 8,000. I'm thinking right off the bat, just like Tim said, Paul Casey would be one of my guys. I would also probably go Sam Burns at 8. And if I had to pick one more, I tell you who it's not going to be. It's not going to be Cam Smith.
No.
I don't know.
I'd probably Harris as my last guy there.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at all the same guys, but like, why are you so quick to dismiss Cam Smith, who just came in? What place did he come in? He had one horrible decision, but other than that,
On a golf course where you said you need to hit the ball in the fairway and maybe long, and also hit the greens because they're small, he's gaining. He's almost
but
zero.
he doesn't have to hit the greens. He's like
He's
the
getting
one
zero
player
off the tee and
He's the
zero
one player
on the approach.
exception. You don't
Mr.
have to get on the
18
green.
putts.
I mean, yeah, again,
But again, look at that round with 18 putts, and he just like didn't play that well,
yeah.
or as well as he should have.
I was just curious. I didn't.
No, I think
you guys don't like Cam
You just
Smith,
love the Australians.
and you
Say
guys like literally don't like him.
No,
And
I
don't.
like Cam
and I don't
Smith.
fathom it.
I like him.
He
I
made
feel
me
like
a lot
most
of
of our
money early
text
in the year.
conversations
He's not
are-
like my. He's not. You know.
I
Yeah,
feel
he's
like
not-
there are moments you hate him.
I don't
No,
hate Cam
he's
Smith
a
at all.
like- Likeable
I think
guy.
Tim hates Cam Smith.
Why are we doing this? All right, Cam, you got to come on the show and we'll sort this out.
We
No,
only don't
but
like
I like
Russell
all.
Henley.
I actually like all the same guys that you have.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm just the best.
I mean, Andy said the exact same things.
Yeah. Well, I started 7K. Kisna. I also have Vegas, but the third guy we haven't talked about all.
Russell Henley, right?
Cameron Tringale. Cameron Tringale. What do we think? He's played well all year.
I like Cameron Tringale. Maybe rusty, maybe not. I don't know.
He boned us 2 weeks ago. I think I'm out. It's recency for me.
Recency bias.
There's a lot of guys in the 7K range.
Ton of guys.
I got a couple I
hate
like.
them
You ready?
all, mainly, honestly.
For an absolute steal at 7,700, Jason Kokrak.
He's loved.
Pick Kokrak. He's looked really shaky over the last few
He's kind of
tournaments,
forgot
though.
how to putt a little bit.
Yeah.
Easy
A lot of
greens.
scrambling.
Another guy I would do down here, which I've already given my spiel on, would be Johnny Vegas. And also down in the sevens is Seamus Power.
Yep.
Seamus Power.
I love Ian Poulter, as I stated before.
What do you guys think of Brendan Grace this week?
I like Brendan Grace.
Do you think-
He's going to be one of mine?
I've been betting him for like 5 weeks, except for last week.
I like Brandon Grace. And then I'm just going to go back to the well here.
Cam Champ, probably. Cam Champ is.
Cam
No,
Champ.
strict.
okay,
What
so
about
I'm
next
between this. There's three. I'm just going to give you all three of them.
Cam Champs.
No, actually, no, I'm not.
He's
I'm just going to
losing.
give you. I'm going to go ahead and just give you Shane Lowry.
Okay.
This kind of course suits him.
And the sixes.
So I got my guy Mccumber. I got Keith Mitchell, another guy I didn't mention, who seems to, over the last 6 months, pop up in every big tournament for small amount of time, large amount of time, whatever. Mackenzie Hughes.
Okay.
He was like the last of my model, but I couldn't bet against him.
But
'cause I'm
okay,
like,
he's always last
'cause
in
he
these
get-
models,
no-
and we're not picking him, but we keep watching these huge tournaments, and he's like right in the mix.
I'm with you 100%. I was
I don't
like,
get
I'm
it
not.
at all.
Out loud.
Brooks Koepka Jr. He just doesn't care about these other tournaments.
Doesn't care. No, I'm with you 100% because I saw him at the bottom of the list and I was like, still not fading him.
Yeah, I'll probably throw a flyer on him like top 40, but
Okay.
I'll go.
go ahead.
Luke List,
Love Luke List.
who I love this week. I'm going with my guy who's kind of refound his form, Aaron Wise.
Okay.
Jesus.
And my last is going to be Maverick McNeely.
All right. So there's 2 out of 3 that I would have chosen. For the sake of the segment here, I'll go a little bit different. A guy that hits the absolute bejesus out of the ball is Windham Clark.
Fuck. I really almost put him on
He
my
hits the
like
ball so far. The only thing is his wedges stink. So he just needs to get on that 150 to 175 yard approach range. And then another guy in the sixes that I will give out is a guy that lost a heartbreaker in the playoffs to my guy Harris English, and that's Kramer Hickok.
Yeah. Would anyone like Hammer and Hank?
No.
Is that train over?
Cinderella run has
Yeah, I
ended,
think it's done,
You
man.
think it's over?
unfortunately.
Although he does hit 71% of greens in regulation, which is very good against this field.
Yeah.
But he only drives the ball 290, so.
Can I say something about Windham Clark too? Like a guy like that, some of these short par 4s, and even the advantage on like that par 3, that's like 250. That's got to be
Money for him.
Yeah.
Should be. Wyndham Clark's long drive is 350 on tour, and he's averaging like 320.
This field is insane. Like,
It's
if you
nuts,
scroll
man.
through these 6,000 names, like some of these names you guys have seen pop on leaderboards.
Yeah.
I mean,
Carlos Ortiz lately.
another guy that
Sloan
hits the
lately.
shit out of it. Brandon Hagee.
Gooch has been on fire lately. Chris Kirk has had good golf this year. Lucas Glover's won. HV3's had a good year. Didn't Adam Hadwin just have a top 10?
Yeah.
Joel Dobbins got a 1. And it's kind of impressive. Patton Kazar's, Matt Wallace.
Who does it on the tough courses in the tough environments?
That's
So,
it. That's right.
You know,
All right,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
next, fellas?
I think that's it.
Want to get into our jackets?
Oh yeah, we have jacket picks.
You guys want to start us off? So what we will be giving every week on Mondays is still a jacket pick, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll still give you a pick.
Yes.
So those aren't going to be matchup based, probably. They'll be fit placement or prop. All right, you guys start us off. What do you got?
Hideki Matsuyama, top 40, minus 160.
It's good odds.
Couldn't
for
go
top
with
40.
20?
Huh?
Didn't want to go to top 20? That's only like a 3-stroke difference.
I don't mind the 160
Okay.
The 160 is a good price.
for Hideki. I thought that.
Okay.
Why is Hideki getting no love?
No,
He's playing,
that's
like-
why I'm playing him.
Yeah. I
And
like
the
that.
only other, and the like, what's actually crazy
This is
is
course history.
Ian Poulter's. Like, if you shop his odds, the books don't know what to do with him, which makes me want to bet him. Like DraftKings, I think he's like 40 to 1, and then there was another site that he was 80 to 1. Like, they don't know where to play Ian Poulter, which I kind of like the wild card
I mean, he needs
aspect.
He needs a little momentum to be a captain's pick.
Like, I wanted it to be Ian Poulter top 40, which was plus money, but then like, I can't lock Ian Poulter.
No.
But Hideki, what's Hideki's course history?
29th, 30th, 15th miscut.
So
Top 40 though.
3 top 40s.
Yeah. I'm going with Brooksy.
When?
Top 20.
Okay. You got odds on that?
I think it's
I don't.
minus 220. I'll check right now.
2 units.
I think
Okay.
it's minus 220. If I
2
remember
unit.
I should
correctly.
have that.
Yeah. And I'm going with Paul Casey, top 20 for plus 120.
Oh, shit. No, it's not, because I forgot. This is on my betting card. Brooks Koepka top 20 is fantastic odds.
Is it even?
Plus 110.
It's a joke, guys.
That's a joke.
It's on my card.
Yeah,
now
it's
that you
a
say
joke.
that.
Wow. I mean, that might need to be added to mine. Yeah, that'd probably be added to mine. Oh, wow. So, guys, that'll do it. Unless you want to go over these guys with, the winning odds, but
I wouldn't hate if we just went through the top section, get two outright picks and a fade
okay.
for each. There's 3 sections. It'll be quick.
Okay. 2 outright picks I like in the top echelon here of guys that
Which
are
is 30 to 1.
yeah
under,
underneath 30 to 1. I like Jordan at 16 to 1, and I like Scotty Scheffler at 30 to 1.
Who are you fading?
And I would fade Justin Thomas 25 to 1. Don't do it.
Okay. I will do DB straight vibing 28 to 1 and Rory 22 to 1. You will not get Rory 22 to 1 for much longer. Jump on it while you can. And I'm fading Xander Schauffele.
Scotty 30 to 1. Bryson 25 to 1. And I am fading Colin Morikawa.
Ooh.
All right, so there's 3 people we all agree on that we don't like. Next section here, I'll go. I mean,
It's a big section, but
yeah, but like it's under 100 to 1 here. I like Shame. Where is he?
100 to 1, the bottom of it.
Shit. No. Let's go with Jason Kokrak at 66 to 1. I think that's pretty good, and he's a guy that could ball strike his way around here. And let me see who else did we skip? And Paul Casey 35 to 1. Those would be my 2 there, and then definitely stay away from Sung JM at 66 to 1.
Okay. I am going Ian Poulter 66 to 1. And I'm also going to go with Patrick Cantlay 33 to 1. And my fade for just various reasons is Russell Henley 66 to 1.
I'm going Paul Casey 35 to 1. Second one's tough, man. I got a couple guys that I would throw a dart on. I'm not going to bet any of this, but I guess I'd go Adam Scott 40 to 1.
But I kind of like this. I kind of like this exercise here.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is good. All right, in the 125 and up, call me crazy, okay? Luke List, 250 to 1.
Jesus.
I love that.
And I know I've already said this, but Johnny Vegas, 150 to 1. And then stay away on this list. There's a million guys.
There's a lot of guys to stay away from.
You know what? Don't bet Matthew Wolff 125 to 1.
Really?
Yeah, don't do it. Because I know he's a popular name. People are going to be like, wow, so much value, 125 to 1. It's a waste of money.
Fair. I'm going Gary Woodland, 125 to 1. He scored me last week.
He did score me too.
But he'll be... I have faith. I'm going with... you didn't say it. Maverick McNeely, 125 to 1.
Yeah.
I'll take that. And then I will not be betting Doug Gim. I refuse to bet Doug Gim.
Dude, Dougie Gim is DNB.
He's on the DMB list currently. So maybe that was kind of a cop-out.
I don't know how he's in the top 125.
I do not either.
I would bet Tyler Mccumber 350 to 1. I would
God.
bet
That's a lot of money.
Keith Mitchell 250 to 1. And I would fade. Ooh, I hate like 3, 8, 4, or 5 of these guys.
There's so many guys in the lower range.
Also
folks at
interested
home.
in Sepp
Yeah.
Straka, 250 to 1.
I would fade Sepp Straka.
That's funny because I was thinking Tyler Mccumber is a huge fade because I could take John Rahm to come in or Rory McIlroy to come in first and Dustin Johnson to come in second for the same odds that this bum has to win this tournament by himself. But that's just a thought.
Hey, when you guys fight like that.
He started it.
Yeah.
He started it.
Like I said, I mean, I just know my card is huge, you guys. I'll be putting that out shortly when you guys will see it on Wednesday now. I think Cam's is too. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Pretty good sized. It's a week to spray it because you got a lot of great golfers. So I don't know if you guys got any other final notes here before we wrap it up on episode 19.
I have one final note. You filled out the cards and you put my name as yours. And I think you were just trying to make me liable for 40-something units.
You mean like in our card sheet right now?
And the card sheet, I changed that to Andy because I saw Cam's card and then I did my card and I was like, wait a second.
No, I think I copied yours from a previous.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I have one
I
note.
was like, what's going on here?
I'm almost positive I got scammed.
From what? What happened?
So I got an email from like a very legitimate subscription I have.
What
That was like,
Wait a minute.
hey,
This was a
Time
scam?
out.
Oh, big time.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
So
you give your
I'm not
credit
gonna
card
name the
information?
companies, but they emailed me like, "Hey, we're looking for like testers for these new wedges," and it was
Tim's
through
like,
like a
"Who, me?"
a very legit company, and I was like, "All right, fuck yeah, I'm in." So I call them, and I'm on the phone with them, and they're doing like the fitting on the phone, and then whatever, it's cool. Like I'm pumped. I'm like, all right, I got to test these wedges, whatever, and then I hang up, and then I go on Reddit and like Google the company.
Like
And
every other
it
normal
is
person does.
Just a slaughterhouse of like, don't interact with this company that try to steal my money. I'm pretty sure they use my credit card.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I immediately called them back, and I was like,
Wait. Did you give them any of your info in the phone call?
well,
Oh no.
it's a real company. No, it's a real company. They're just like,
Hey, this is your boss. I need you to
Yeah.
buy me 200 Amazon gift
it's a
cards.
real company. Like I checked the Better Business Bureau and stuff. Like they're legit. But it's just like a
Jesus.
shitty company, I guess. So I called them back. I'm like, hey, I actually got to cancel that. And all the reviews
say
are like,
no?
it's impossible to cancel the order. They won't let you ship the whatever. And I was just basically like, I broke my leg. Like I can't golf.
They were like, thanks for your credit card. What's your social security number?
No, and so they're like, okay, that's fine. But that happened yesterday. So if you get an email like that, because it's going around, I would advise you to.
It would instantly to me be like when it
all right, well, the
header
email came
is
to me from CBS
free golf
Sports.
clubs.
So I was
Okay.
like, okay, if
with
they're
some
with the
asterisks
company,
next to
Yeah.
it.
it's legit.
Free.
Yeah. And it was. I mean, just talk about just no awareness.
Hey, along those same lines today, I got caught with a phishing email at work. So they got me. It said, "Hey, our group's been great this year. Click this link to put in your order for lunch because we're doing a group lunch and submit it through your Expensify." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Click. You've been fished. Woo, 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 woo. And then my boss gets an email. He's texting me. He's like, "What, did you click on an email again?" I'm like, "Yeah, I thought it was free lunch. Sorry." It looked so legit.
Yeah.
Is this a common occurrence?
It's happened to me like 3 times now.
What?
Dude, they look legit.
Tim, in 1 year, if you get a fucking email saying new driver, you're gonna click it.
No.
1000%.
No, I won't do it again.
DNC. Do not click. That'll probably do it for the episode 19, fellas. Any closing remarks as we head into the playoffs? I hope everybody at home watches because it's going to be awesome.
A good week. Good golf. Yeah.